everybody down at RB Bridge this afternoon. A lovely sunny day. It's biking weather and we're out tonight off to Oakley. So, Lexmoto AP1, formerly known as the Apollo, out for a test ride. No, this is not Andy GSA Tractors one. This is another one, excuse me, that we have done off the back of me doing the AP1 test ride. So obviously customers saw the test ride, went on YouTube, found it, and decided to buy one after he saw the video with me doing the ride on it. Happy days. Proves the videos sell bikes. So Lexmoto AP1 used to be the Apollo, and before that it was called the Chieftain. All very similar bikes, but it's now called the AP1. Big speedo in the centre of the dash, miles an hour on the inside, K's on the outside, 10, 11, 12 and 1, 30, 40, 50, 60, that easy to remember. Left hand side you've got your time, your elapsed mileage and your fuel gauge. Left hand unit just off to the right, and across over on the right hand side you've got the rev counter. One thing you don't have to obviously watch on these bikes is the revs, because it is a scooter, it's a twist and go. But the roads are dry, it's lovely and sticky, it's good sunny weather. It's about 18, 19 degrees out at the moment, it's really nice. And I've got my sun visor down inside my crash helmet. Now, someone asked me a question in the chat the other day. They emailed me a chat. Hey RB, Rider 125, and I wanted a helmet and bits and pieces to match the bike. Now obviously the bike is white and black. Would I be alright in all black gear and a black helmet? Probably not. It is your choice, but if you are riding at night you're not going to be seen as much as if you've got some colour in your outfit. He's obviously gone for a black helmet, but he said to me, he said obviously it looks really cool with its smoked visor. Unfortunately, and I had to put a downer on that one, unfortunately a smoked visor is not allowed, because the new rules to smoked or any visor that is not clear, it has to allow 50% of the light in. And obviously if you're riding at night with a smoked visor you're not going to see as far as if you had a clear visor. Most helmets now have a sun visor inside the helmet that you can literally just flick up and down with one hand, and if you listen, see if I can do it while I am riding. So sun visor up, sun visor down. Mine's on the left hand side of my helmet, just at the bottom. So very easy with one thumb just to flick my sun visor up and down. And I used to ride with a silver iridium visor, but obviously at night you can't see bugger all. So clear visor, just put your sun shield down, and my sun shield comes right literally over my entire face, so the whole front of the helmet is blacked out. Also makes it easier for people not to see your face. Great idea. But smoked visors, iridium visors, will fall foul of the law if you get a RC PC plod. So stick to a clear visor, my friend, and do not go putting a smoke visor. A lot of people do. Oh yeah, but they wear them on MotoGP. Yes, that is on a track, it's not on a public road. But it is at your own discretion if you decide to opt for a smoked or iridium visor. As for wearing all black, you can, but obviously I would err on the side of caution. Obviously you can't get any different colour in leathers apart from black, well, unless you go tan, but that's different. But obviously if you're going for a bike suit or a bike jacket, just make sure it's got a little bit of high vis in it, or it's a couple of colours. It will get you noticed a bit easier. So that's what I'm going to say on that. The other thing, he was like, oh, what foot protection? If you're on a budget, just get yourself a pair of Doc Martens, get a pair of hiking boots. They do ample. Now obviously when I ride in these. You can just about see them down there. They are Army NATO issue Army boots. Not got any toe caps in them, but they do offer some ankle protection. Riding in trainers, pair of shoes, or even a Crocs or Jesus creepers is not going to cut the mustard. You go chucking yourself down the road, first thing that the bike's going to find is your ankle. So get yourself some decent foot protection. Let's just put the visor up for the minute and get some air across my face. So yeah, get yourself some decent foot protection, leg protection, decent pair of Kevy jeans, shell suit bottoms, tracksuit, shorts, and even your standard jeans is not going to cut it. Now obviously I am already sweating buckets, and I have literally got a pair of overalls. Yes, I do have open arms on, so if I pull that up, yes, I have got an open arm, but underneath my overalls when I go out I have what's called Nomex armour, and it's basically the stretchy armour they wear for motocrossing, so it gives me kidney, rib and spine protection. So I just tend to slide my Nomex on rather than put my big bike jacket on. I'm only doing 40 mile an hour, but even at 40 mile an hour, if I do come off, these overalls are not enough protection. So get yourself a decent jacket, guys. Now if you do come off a bike and the first thing you're going to do is try and put your hands down, it is a human reaction, so put your hands down or put your hands out and try and protect yourself. What I would say is get yourself a decent pair of gloves, and you want some that have got a decent amount of pad protection and palm protection. Now obviously I ride in these are my Kawasaki gloves that I tend to ride with the GTR. I have ordered myself some Triumph gloves just because I want to be flash on the Triumph. Can't ride a Triumph with Kawasaki gloves on. So I've got myself a pair of Triumph gloves now, adventure gloves. And just a thin micro mesh summer layer on them. But on the hand protection, massive great pads. And there's loads of pad protection there as well. And these do have a layer of mesh in them as well, so they do protect your hands, but they are a summer glove. Don't go buying gloves off of eBay for like $4.99, they are not going to protect you. We did have one guy come in and I said to him, do you want to buy some gloves? No, how much are they? 35 quid. Decent pair of gloves, plenty. No, it's alright, B&M do them for $1.99. What are you using? Gardening gloves. Gardening gloves are not going to protect your hands one iota. You've only got one pair of hands. As soon as you start screwing fingers up or screwing palms up and road rash and losing skin, you're not going to be able to control the bike properly. So get a decent pair of gloves. Enough said on that, so I hope that's answered all your questions. The other one that's obviously, how often do I need to check my oil? Well, you should be checking your oil at least once a week, or if you're only doing the couple of weeks, riding it every other week, check it all the time. But you should be checking your oil, tyre pressures, water coolant and all your lights every time you ride, really. I do. Just a quick 2-minute walk around the bike will save your life. 3 PSI on a back tyre. I know him. Hello boys. Nod nod. I know exactly who that is. So get yourself your daily checks in. Indicators, horn, lights, brake lights. Check everything does work, and then just check your tyre pressure. It takes 10 seconds to go to each tyre and just pop the cap off and just get yourself a little tyre pressure sensor. You can buy them in Alfred's for about 4 quid, I think, or I tend to use a gauge on the end of a piece of hose and it holds the pressure, so I can just pull the gauge out, have a look, and it tells me what pressure I've got on the bike. As for tyre pressures on 125, pretty much of a norm, 32 on the front, about 34, 36 on the rear. But do check your manufacturer's specifications. The amount of bikes that we get in have got like 21 PSI in the front tyre. How does the bike handle? Like crap. Yes, that is your reason why. Put some air in your front tyre. 2 PSI makes a lot of difference to a bike. There we go, adjust my mirror a little bit more. That's better. See over my shoulder now. So, let's go around town and do a little bit of mileage around town. We are 8 miles in, I've got a couple to do. But so far the AP1 running absolutely perfectly. Fuel tank is right down there, nice and easy to get to. Fuel and seat button is in the centre. And then your key locks there, your hazard lights all in the centre. Let's go cars and let's boogie. Obviously Euro 5 bikes, Euro 4s and Euro 5 lights are permanently on. Makes people see you a little bit better. And the horn on this isn't bad. I'm not going to sound it because obviously I've got cars in front of me. But the horn is of a decent sound. It's not like you could lose it over the sound of the exhaust. So you can hear the horn on these. But what I would always say, if you've got a big bike, get rid of that standard horn. Go and get yourself a decent horn on it, and Denali do some really nice ones. You can get the mini bomb, or you can get the full bomb. So Denali sound bomb, they do like a mini bomb and a full bomb. You can pick up a Denali for about 60 quid, but good God, they are loud. And obviously the first thing I found when we took the Explorer out, the Explorer horn it sounds like it's a 125. So the horn on it isn't all that. I have actually ordered the full bomb. I've got proper big Denali sound bomb coming with the compressor on it. 130 decibels. And it's two-tone as well. Noddy nod. Right, through the camera we go. 30 mile an hour. Nice and steady. And we shall go around town. Crank up a couple of miles. But if you are thinking of a big scooter and you want something for your daily commute, then this is going to be the one for you. Also very good for deliveries because you can buy the aftermarket rack. And if you want to know what the aftermarket rack looks like, look at what Andy GSA Tractor has got on his wife's bike. So Michelle's got one of these. She is loving it. They should be in the next couple of weeks because he had a little scratch on his clocks and he's like, oh, I've got a scratch on my clock. Don't worry, we'll get it changed under warranty. So, which is exactly what we did. New set of clocks. And it takes about an hour to change them out because you've got to have the whole front end apart. So we'll get that done for Andy. But for about, I think these are about 2.5, 2.7. Have a look on the website, lexmoto.co.uk. And Lexmoto have still got their sale on at the moment, so there's about 200 quid off of every scooter and bike at the moment because they're clearing the stock, because obviously July is the new stock listing. We have 5 new bikes coming. Can't tell you what they are, but there are a couple of new 125 scooters. Something new on the 50cc, Steen. Thank you. Finally, we're getting 50cc's back. And obviously a nice 125 motorcycle that I have talked about in the live streams. Obviously can't say what brand it is, but if I mention the word terrain and it's not going to be called that, you will know what I am talking about. I am looking forward to that. We are getting the first one and we're going to demo that and then obviously do the review on it. Now, if it's anything like riding Vincent's one, it's going to be a bundle of fun because it comes with all the boxes on it, side panniers and a top box. So if you're commuting and you need a lot of storage, that is going to be the bike for you. But watch this space and keep an eye out for July. It's only a couple more months to go, guys. Now for me, everything kicks off from the first week of June. All hell breaks loose. A lot of tours coming up. We are doing Wild Bad this year, end of July. And I'm looking forward to getting out and going out and meeting up with Richie Vida. Busy man that he is. And obviously catching up with all the Motovlog boys because everybody's going to that. Jay Crazy Legs on a bike is going, Peaky's going. A couple of Scottish guys are coming down, I think, as well. And also Cart's Wheels. So we get to catch up with him and his partner. Oh, look. Now, if Simon GTR had a can of petrol, scourge of Milton Keynes. And And I still think you should do a CBT or have a licence to ride one, or sit on one of those and ride it around. It is an electric vehicle. They're quick enough to penalise these kids on these lime scooters for obviously riding on the path and riding on the road. Why should it be any different with invalid carriages? Oh yeah, but it only does 10 mile an hour. Believe it or not, some of these do 15-20 mile an hour. So I still think they should make people have a licence on those. I'm a bit too young to have my own one yet. I have said when obviously I get bored of riding and I can't hold a bike up anymore, Mrs. B's like, oh, you're going to retire from biking? No, I'll just go and buy a Can-Am, it's easier. Can't just sit on the thing and go. Or just buy a really horrendous dirt quad that's road legal and blat around just annoying the hell out of everybody. Right, we're back at the garage. 10.1 miles on the bike. Just what we need to do. So, that's one down, one to go, RSS to do. I've got 3 more services. Look at my yard, it's full. That jam scooter is the bane of my life at the moment. It's because it's shredded its belt rollers and it's also killed the spindle wheel on the main crankshaft. Oh, that is going to be fun. And obviously waiting for that drag star to go as well. Let's roll this one back, put it back into its little parking place and have an eyeball of RB's bike. So, GTR's hiding down the back. But there is RB's Triumph. That's Rocky. Hello, Rocky. And only managed to put one badge on. I've got my veteran's badge on the front of it, but heated grips, heated seat, sat nav, cruise control, fog lights, massive panniers. The size of those panniers are absolutely horrendous. So plenty more storage on there than the GTR. But that's the AP1 done. 10.2 miles on the clock. We can let the customer know that the ride test is all good. If you want one of those, oh, we've got the RSS there, we've got the LXRs in, multiple colours, LXS, Michigans, you name it, we have got it. So give the guys at Eclipse a call, 01908 822 458, and speak to Rebecca on the sales counter. And we'll speak to you soon. Till then, be well, ride safe, and from RB, it's a big goodbye from me.